What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Microtopia. If you missed last episode, we did a rework of our inter-island logistics centers. We adapted to or adopted a new style that allows us to, have both our ground-based logistics, our train network, and our flight network, uh, you know, combined into one unit. Uh, we have done this setup with multiple launch pads so that we can quickly and easily get to the export section of our network. And let me start my timer before I start going crazy. Getting all up on the descriptions and stuff because we sure did a lot and a lot of beneficial stuff in the last episode. If you don't remember, we had a humongous airport and stockpile zone over here. But look at it now. Look at this thing. This is our main island export facility. And it pretty much, it's receiving, this one landing pad is receiving so many different ants from so many different areas. It's awesome. I love it. I love it so much. And I'm looking at our train network here, and I talked about moving this, and some of it will have to get moved, but man, we did such a good job of choosing the right place to build this stuff. I mean, look at that. Look at that. How incredible is that? I mean, yes, we cannot expand from here, but I mean, it seems to be keeping up just fine. I don't think we need too much in the terms of expansion on this. This may have to move, and don't worry, again, we can do satellite bases and things like that, but this may have to move just because I feel like maybe 3 energy colliders is not enough. Yes, we're pumping out a lot, but we're using them in multiple places. I think, well, we haven't really been using the beacons too much. Part of this is going to be that there will be beacons all along here to allow ants to travel really fast along this network in between islands. So we'll need to increase, either the number of energy storages we have or the frequency with which we store our energy. And I just am not sure if this will be able to keep up because if we look here, there's another tier of good thing we couldn't unlock that. That would have been terrible if we wasted our energy points or if we wasted our blue science on that. But there's another one, and there's even more. So there's another one. Yeah. So yep, there's another one. Yeah. So we'll need more of these, and we can create different kinds of pod workers that last even longer than that. But I don't know what else I can say other than we're also going to need this space for the export side of the train network, right? We aren't going to want to just be importing from here. We can create things that we can export from here, right? Like, let's say we can create this next tier of energy pods, which maybe we can't do here, but I'm thinking that once we clear this area out, it's going to be a nice place to build some more energy colliders and utilize our hatchling ants and other variations of ants, because this whole network here has enough to sustain it. Once these are gone, all this is gone, we don't need digger ants anymore, we can move on. But and then start over, elsewhere. But yeah, 40 something pod ants. We don't have that many jobs to do. We're in a good spot. And speaking of pod ants, it's a good segue. I'm gonna start the game for a sec, and after this one comes in, I'm just gonna stop producing pod workers altogether. Save us on our light bulbs, because we really want to get going on LEDs. Looks like we launched another guy. Good. Why am I going to do this? Why am I going to do this? Why am I going to get rid of creating new pod workers? Excellent question. I'll explain. Right now, we have 25 plus 36. That's 61 plus 6 plus 17 is 78. So we have 78 pod workers at the moment, you know, mixed between tier 1 and tier 2. The Gine Cocoon only requires 5 of each. So what does that mean? Currently we have 5 whole Gines worth of pod 1 workers and 7 whole Gines worth of tier 2 pod workers. So we don't need any more for a long while. 5 is about an hour. And plus that's not even counting the 16 empty pod workers that we have. Like this guy, we need to get him out of here. Good thing we see these things. Because, that's another 16 ants. So yeah, anyway, we don't need too many more at the moment. And it's just kind of, I feel like, not hurting us in a way, but we could better use those light bulbs elsewhere. Okay, so let's pop this because we're still trying to get. We need 200. I think is the number we're looking for. Although we are ready to produce a Gine, so we'll see how long is this one. Oh, that's a brand new one. Those are both brand new ones, so it's too late. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we'll get to producing Gines. Don't sweat it. Okay. Right. We're talking about the graveyard and how we have enough pod workers now, so we don't need to focus on those too much. I'm really interested to see. Okay, it looks like there's an issue here. They cannot toss to this one. That's fine. Move this one out of the way and bring it back. There we go. Easily solved. Now they're moving along to the next stage. They're going to pick something up. Okay, here comes the incoming drones. Perfect. I like watching them fly around. It's pretty neat. And we set some of these to go, there's 2 different versions, right, of a pipeline. If they're carrying something or if they're not carrying something, and then where do they go? If they're not carrying something, they go immediately here to try and carry something. If they're not carrying something, then they go over here to immediately try and carry something. That way we don't waste time on the drones to fly, back and forth in between, where they don't belong, I guess. Do we have concrete? Tell me we have concrete. We don't have concrete? Huh. Oh, we didn't set that one to drone? Do we not set these to drones? Huh. Did we? We did not finish this yesterday? Or last time we played? Yeah, that's set to drone. 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 Okay. And this one can be concrete then, I guess? And what are we're bringing... Okay. We're bringing... Did I set these to the wrong... I set them to the wrong ones. Damn it. Because this has diodes here. Yep. Damn it. Okay. See, so I always got to let it play for a little bit. Make sure you iron out any This one will be if they have something. Yep. This one will be if they don't have something. Always got to let your game run a little bit. This will be if they have something. Yes. Okay. This will be if they have something. Perfect. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll cause this to go back to Annie, and that should send it elsewhere. Good. This can go back to Annie. And then this ant can fly. Oh shoot. They're gonna go all the way around, which I don't want them to do. Okay. Good thing we saw that. So this ant will go here to the diodes. So the ultimate plan is to have them be, you know, okay, we're gonna go zoom, 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 zoom really fast through this whole area. That way they're not spending too much time walking. Again, walking is the enemy to the drones. They're much faster when they fly. So we want them to be in the air as often as possible. And the more the more drones that we have, the quicker we will be able to, you know, expedite our larvae and stuff like that. We have 12 at the moment. Not too much, but we're gonna get on that. It's not a big deal. And I do like how this colony is going. Once we clear this stuff out, you know, things will be much different. And hopefully now we'll be bringing concrete. Are we bringing screws there from the main island? Let's take a look. We are bringing larvae. And we're not quite sure what else we're going to bring, but we could bring screws. We could bring screws. Can we? We cannot yet. We don't need to bring fabric. We have how many tiles over here? 42. We could bring more. Oh, we're about to have a ton of... let's just bring iron ore, right? Let's just bring iron ore and make sure to stockpile... Make sure to stockpile that over there just to begin with, right? Because, again, what's the most important things that we can bring to an island? And eventually we'll be bringing other ingredients. Let's do this over 100. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I like that a lot. Alright. Is there not an exit? Oh no, there is one. Okay, good. Sure, it's far away though. Oh, look at this giant. This big boy. Oh, goodbye. How do our stocks look over here? Good. Though we need some more. Oh, so many have died over here? Yeah, we don't need screws because we're bringing screws, but... Or because we're creating screws. But I believe this is set, yeah. Oh, well, we've already got... Well, we've already got so much. So what else do we need to bring here, then? I mean, we don't need to bring iron ore, I guess. Maybe we could bring LEDs, huh? Let's assign this stockpile. And then we'll assign this to this stockpile. Yeah, and then... I think we can change this to be LEDs. Because eventually we're going to want to create... And, you know, it's just going to be nice to have these things on the island. Okay, but we really need to get the concrete. Are we hopefully are bringing concrete over here? Alright, this one is not flying. This one needs a... This one needs to be changed. Right, something like this. Because we want them to have the same priorities. We'll do it like that. We want them to have the same priorities on any island. If they're not carrying something, but they're heading to that island, they need to go someplace else. Because we don't want to waste their time. We don't want to waste their time. Not carrying. Carrying. Not carrying. This one can go here. This one can go here. Because not only is it important, yeah, this one we can get rid of this. Or, no, we need to keep this, right? Because if they're dropping the if they're dropping a larva off, then they need to be able to exit quickly. So yeah, that's a good place to keep that one. But, you know, if they can make it to this island without carrying anything, they need to just get back to carrying something and moving on, you know? 210. Okay, perfect. Let's see, what can we unlock? I think Fancy Ant is really going to be critical, excuse me, to our success here in the future. And that, you know, surprise, surprise, is going to be what we consider our train network, right? They're very fast, but we need to build up our LED stockpile before we get there. And that means light bulbs are extremely, extremely important. And are we not sending anybody over here? Are we not sending any? Do we not send any ants in here? Okay. It's just that they have a long way to travel, I guess. And they don't get many crafts before they disappear. Which is a shame because we really need... I mean, maybe we don't need that first. Maybe if we move this over here. So send the dead ants this way. Yeah, because it's only just getting over here. 4 minutes. We could also just do this, because why not? And we have 95 light bulbs on this island, which it won't take very many to get them over here. Okay. Now, I believe the preferred minimum is 2 spots, but I don't want to spend that many light bulbs on it. So if they slow down a little bit, you know, whatever. I don't know. I'm not gonna get upset. But it's already nicer. It's already making it out there much quicker. So it's worth it. And I think it does it's 3 tiles, so 1, 2, 3. Or 3 pips. I don't know, what are we gonna call these things, guys? Pips, dots, holes, I don't know. And let's just delete these ones, because we really only need them to get out to their... I mean, this one's still far away, but whatever. It's not that far. Look how quick they're going. Saves us like a whole 20 seconds. Pretty good. So now we're pretty much under the gun, right? Our glass supply is finite at the moment. Again, there's a lot of glass over there, but it's a 1 in 4 chance to even get that glass, let alone, you know, have time to mine it and then place it. And, you know, it's very slow compared to just mining just pure glass, right? But that's the next step of this, you know, the evolution of this. Have we gotten no concrete? What are we using concrete for? How do we have no concrete over here? I don't understand. Do we just not have enough in the coffer? Oh god, what the hell happened here? Was it never... They were never connected? Damn. That means we gotta fix a whole bunch of these. So they're all coming to this island to die. See? Trial and error, folks. Trial and error. And we still, you know, we're not even hurting. It is what it is. But it is a painful reminder to pay attention. These are already set up like that, so yeah. It's like, why the hell is nothing happening in the air? It's because they're all slowly waiting to die. Look how many died. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Here, fly, my pretties. Fly. Give me some concrete over here, folks. That way in the next episode, I can terraform this whole area. Or, I don't know. What's the ant version of terraform? But yeah, you get it. You got the idea, folks. You got the idea. There we go. That's not good. There's not a diode function here. Oh, that needs to be diodes. Well, this one should be diodes. How did they get over here? Ugh. Okay, not bad. Not too bad of a fix. Or, not too hard of a fix. Okay. Is there any living beings here? There's one. Please. help with the ascension of the colony. Good. These are getting pretty full here. You love to see it. Our iron scrap stockpile is just... it's outrageous. Just leave this one. Maybe that one. Out with you. See, we barely even touched the amount of pot ants that we have, and we've already completed their necessity in creating the lesser kind. So, you know, we had way too many. Oh, and another thing. I have like almost 200 hours in this game, and I just realized that if you look at the unit card at the bottom, it tells you the lifespan of the ant. It's amazing. We'll just pop these. We don't need them to you know, we don't need them to go over here anymore for the moment. Do we have an elderly ant? We do have an elderly ant exit there. Good. Everyone has an elderly ant exit, or elderly drone exit, I should say. There we go. We're tightening up the noose, tightening up the belt loops, I guess I should say, on all of our mistakes in this that we've made so far in this playthrough. It doesn't mean that the playthrough hasn't been successful or that we haven't learned a lot. It just means that there's always room for improvement, right? Never forget that there's always room for improvement. You know, even when you are the best in your craft, don't consider yourself to be the best, because then you become complacent, then you stop learning, stop challenging yourself, and you know, that's when the light goes out of what you're doing, you know. So always strive to better yourself. It's a good life lesson to have. Beautiful. We should be getting more adventure ants shortly. And we really need to get into tier 2 quickly, but you know, we're... oh, that costs 5. That's crazy. The next goal here is Stumper, right? So we probably won't have any kinds for a little bit. We'll try and get as many points as possible. How much do we end up getting? Any copper or any concrete over here? We got a few. Yeah, let's go. We got 4 concrete over here. You love to see it. We're just 46 away. Hopefully by the next episode we'll be able to get that. And yeah, gosh, this is just This system is very nice by comparison to what we had been doing. So kudos to us for the design. And my timer is about to go off. Everybody, thanks for watching. Hopefully in the next episode or two we'll be able to conquer this whole island for the better. Get ourselves set up in a more nice, organized manner. But until then, we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.